Hey everyone, it's James Lambert, the motivational coach and speaker. I went from headlocks to hugs. I still embrace people, just now in a different way. So, on today's message, this is potentially somewhat urgent for some people out there, but I really want to think about your money and how you spend it. And previously, I've known a lot of associates, and what they did, they would spend their last bit of the paycheck on, say, renting a very, very fine car for the weekend or for the day. Yeah, look good. Or they would spend their last bit of money on a nice bit of Ciroc vodka or Armand de Brignac champagne. And they'd pose with it, maybe take some pictures. And again, no judgment here, whatever makes you happy, but therein lies the sadness. It didn't, and if it did, it was, as I say, in the case and the example of hiring a nice car, at best for a weekend, nice bottle of champagne or vodka, spirits of some sort, maybe an hour or two at best. And all of this was posing and flashy, being flashy. And what the travesty of this is that they fiscally didn't have as much as it was appeared. So it was really a case of the emperor's clothes. And again, no judgment, but I want to suggest to you sometimes our examples of success can be socially dictated. So you think that you have to have it popping with a nice car and fancy champagne to be a success, which of course is sadly not true. To be a man or woman of value, to be a good person, to have lovely values, to have great etiquette, politeness, to spread love, cheer, positivity, these, to me, are real badges of success. But moreover, I really want to dig deep. If you're going to be spending money, see, if you really want to be about having nice things, to my way of thinking, it makes far more sense to instead have it for a weekend at best or a couple of hours in the example of drinking. You need to create a plan that you could have that every weekend, and just that could just be your lifestyle as opposed to a one-off treat. Now, how are you going to do that? That money that you spent on the fancy champagne or the nice car, you hired it for the day or the weekend, that would have been far better spent, I gently suggest, on yourself. A self investment, because an investment in yourself, in your learning, in upgrading your mind, as I've spoken about before. Many of you upgrade your phones and your tablets, your computers, your trainers, your wardrobe far more frequently than you do your thinking. And I gently suggest that your mind is going to be around a lot longer than these fancy baubles you get, that next handbag, that next pair of trainers or whatever. Your mind is where the real value is. Upgrade your thinking. Invest in yourself, in another course, in a bit of learning. There's no excuse today. You can even do it online at a time and place to suit you now. Online learning. So go out, upgrade your thinking, and invest in yourself. Don't invest in another company, fancy champagne house or a supercar hire company. They're all right. They're already doing okay. It makes sense to invest in yourself, in your own business, in you. And then you can play with these trinkets that are there to be enjoyed, yes, quite rightly, but it can be a lifestyle in case of instead of a one-off treat. So I hope this has provided some very serious food for thought. Again, no judgment, if you want to show off and act as if, that's fine, and there's a time for that. But if you really want to make these things that you find nice and pleasing a regular part of your life, I suggest to invest in yourself first, in your own business if you're working towards something. Upgrade your level of learning. As always, I hope has been of tremendous value. You really are unstoppable, and I believe in you.